The story begins around 3:30 in the night when a high-security truck stopped outside a donut shop in Los Angeles and two security guards went inside the shop. A car and an SUV blocked the way for the truck, and some goons wearing body armor and gas masks got out. These goons also had powerful guns. As soon as the guards came out, these goons pointed their guns at the guards. The truck driver then informed the Los Angeles police that some goons had surrounded them and they had big guns. One guard cleverly tried to take out his gun, but a goon shot him, and then another goon killed the truck driver. These goons opened the door of the truck and took out another guard. In the meantime, the police also reached there. Firing started from both sides, but what could the normal guns of the police do in front of the assault rifles of these goons? 4 policemen and a goon were killed in the shootout, and soon the goons fled with the truck. They took the truck to a warehouse. The gang leader, Ray, scolded Bosco a lot because he had shot at the security guard. Ray told the rest of the gang that the truck's condition had to be fixed. As soon as Ray opened the door of the truck, Anson asked Ray if he was okay. Then Ray replied that they had killed 4 policemen. The police must be searching for them like dogs. Detective Nick O'Brien reached the accident spot and then went to the officers of the sheriff's department who were standing near the body of the goon. The policemen were not able to understand why those people took away the empty truck. Nick said that they must have some plan behind this. Bosco was taking pictures of this meeting from the other side of the road at a distance. Going back, Bosco showed the pictures to Ray, and he showed Nick's picture and said that he is in charge of this incident. Ray told his colleagues that Nick is the head of the Major Crimes Division. Donnie, who drove the truck the previous night, left after seeing Nick's picture. Nick and his fellow officers were investigating this case. They came to the conclusion that this was the work of an insider. Otherwise, how would they have known that this truck would come here at 3:30? They suspected that Ray, who was released on parole 8 months ago, was behind this incident. Donnie used to work as a bartender at night. Then he saw that a man working in the Federal Reserve Bank forgot his ID in the bar. He put this ID in the cash register and went to Mac, who was a man from the Recce gang. Nick was also sitting in the same bar, and he started asking Donnie some questions. Donnie said that he didn't know who comes here and who doesn't. Anyone can come here, from criminals to policemen. This bar is for everyone. Donnie agreed to this. When Donnie's shift at this bar ended and he was about to leave, Nick knocked on the window of his car and knocked him unconscious. When Donnie woke up, he was in an unknown place. When Donnie came out of the bedroom, Nick's team and 4 women were there. Nick showed Donnie a photo taken from CCTV in which he was meeting Ray. Detective Gus said that they knew his whole secret. Once he had been arrested for stealing a car and running away, he had also gone to jail for trying to kill some people, and had paid a fine for driving the fastest car in California to date. Gus explained to him that just one mistake could send him back to jail for years. Donnie tried to explain, saying, "Please, sir, I've only met Ray once or twice. Apart from that, I don't know anything." Nick showed Donnie a tattoo on his arm with the word regulators written on it. Nick asked, "Do you know its meaning?" "There is a gang of policemen called Click," he said. "I'm a part of it. This gang doesn't believe in rules. It doesn't give criminals a chance to reform. It puts bullets in them directly." Nick now directly asked Donnie, "What is a coward like you doing with such a dangerous gang?" Donnie said, "Sir, I'm just their driver. I don't know anything about the operation of the Thieves gang." Nick told Donnie to stay in touch with them and said, "When I call, you'll pick up. Understand? Or else I'll pick you up." On the other hand, that gang of goons was keeping an eye on the Federal Reserve Bank of Los Angeles. Ray said that this was the only bank where theft had never happened to date. Ray explained that the security system there was so strong that 53 attempts of theft had been made, but no one had succeeded even once. That's why Ray wanted his gang to commit a theft there. Meanwhile, the officers in the police department found out that Ray, Anson, Donnie, and Bosco were all retired Marine commandos. The officers investigated all the thefts that had happened in the last 10 years. It was revealed that no major theft took place during the 10 years when Ray was in jail. Nick told all the officers that if they caught Ray, all the unsolved thefts would also be revealed. Ray and his gang went back to the same warehouse. Ray started explaining the daily routine of the federal bank to his gang. He said that the bank removes old and unused bills from its database every day. Between 4 and 5 p.m., the notes are cut into small pieces, and this garbage is picked up by a waste management company. Before the notes are destroyed, they have a short window to take action. This way, they would have at least 30 million, which wouldn't belong to anyone. Donnie then started working for a Chinese food delivery company, where employees of the bank used to order daily. Donnie went inside the bank with 2 bags to deliver food. The security guard checked Donnie's bag at the entrance, and he went inside. He delivered 1 bag to the women sitting in the cafeteria, but took the other bag to the washroom. He hid that bag in the ventilator hole above. That night, Ray and his friends were eating in a restaurant. Suddenly, the police arrived. Nick went towards Ray's table and talked to Donnie, pretending that he had met him at the gym. Back at the warehouse, Ray suspected Donnie of being a policeman. Donnie denied it, but Ray pointed a gun at him and asked again how he knew Nick. Donnie told the truth. Nick had caught him, and he knew about all of them. After this, Donnie never met Nick again. Ray believed him, and he asked Donnie to convey a message to Nick that a robbery was going to happen this Friday. Donnie met Nick in a suit shop, and Nick asked, "What were you guys doing in the restaurant?" But Donnie changed the topic and said that the robbery was going to happen this Friday, though he did not know where. Nick then went to the club where Ray's girlfriend worked and started watching the show. Ray's girlfriend came down from the stage and whispered something in his ear, after which both of them went to the girl's house. The next morning, when Ray arrived there, his girlfriend ran from the living room, and Nick came out shirtless from inside. Both of them stared at each other, and then they saw the gun kept on the table. Nick signaled Ray with his eyes to pick up the gun, but Ray did not fall into his trap. Instead, he walked past Nick, went to the bedroom, and closed the door. After this, Nick reached his car, called his partner, and gave him the address of the next robbery location, which he had obtained from Ray's girlfriend. Later, Ray's girlfriend told him, "I have done what you said." Now the day of the robbery came, and the police were keeping an eye on the bank. Just then, a van stopped in the parking lot. Ray and his gang arrived wearing bulletproof jackets, masks, and carrying assault rifles. As soon as they entered the bank, they shot at the security camera and ordered everyone to sit down. The gang took everyone's phones, tied their hands, and also confiscated their valuables. Ray told the bank manager to call the police and demand a ransom of $1 million to be delivered inside a fully fueled helicopter. Otherwise, they would shoot one hostage every hour, and if any policeman tried to enter, everyone would die one by one. Soon, the police and the FBI arrived outside the bank. Suddenly, a phone rang inside the bank, and Ray picked it up. He directly asked whether he would get what he had asked for or not. The policeman said that they were working on his demand. Ray replied that they had got a man killed for calling without arranging the money. Just then, the boss took a man to the back, and the sound of firing was heard. Now the officer called again, and this time the manager picked up the phone. The manager said that one man had already been killed. "And as many times as you people call, that many people will die," he added. "So call next only when the amount of money demanded by these thieves has been arranged," the manager said. The officer asked if he could wait for 90 minutes, to which Ray agreed, and the manager forwarded the message. Outside, the police were looking at the map of the bank. The sound of an explosion was heard from inside, and the police understood that the thieves had broken the safe. Nick saw something on the map and asked Tony, "What is this?" Tony said that there was a sewage line which was probably closed now. Then Nick noticed a way to enter the bank, and he thought of something. After this, Nick said that they would have to go inside. He picked up an iron rod and started opening the main door of the bank. After going inside, Nick asked the people who were held captive if everything was fine. Not a single thief was there. Then Nick and his companions went behind the bank, where the hostage had been taken and killed. But her killing was also a drama. That girl was still alive. Soon they saw a pit that was connected to the sewage line. That meant the thieves had escaped from there. Nick also entered the sewage hall chasing them. Matt called the bank, pretending to be an officer from the Elm Security Company. He said that their truck was just 2 minutes away and would be arriving soon, so they should open the gate. Ray and Anson, dressed exactly like Elmed's guards, went to make the delivery with the truck that was stolen in the beginning. They had got this truck repainted and slightly changed its design so that it looked exactly like the original truck. The two stopped the truck at the bank's security gate and showed their IDs to the Federal Reserve Bank officer who was on duty at that time. The IDs looked genuine. They had also been informed over the phone that the truck was about to arrive, which is why the guard did not suspect them much and let them in. The two took out 2 boxes full of notes from the back of the truck and took them to the note counting floor. The counterman put these tubs in the room where $100 notes were counted, while Ray and Anson went to the waiting room. Bosco was in the tunnel below the bank. Ray informed him on the radio that Donnie had reached the counting room. Bosco pressed a switch in the power grid, which slowed down the power supply of the entire bank. This not only stopped the bank's note-cutting machine, but also stopped the cameras and motion sensors in the room where the double notes were being counted. A police guard told the counterman that they would have to shut down the system for a while and that they should take a break. As soon as the counterman and the police left the counting area, Ray told Donnie on the radio that he could start his work now. There was no one there. Donnie was hiding inside a box surrounded by bundles of dollar notes. He came out of the box and some bundles fell down, which he quickly put back inside. A woman working in the bank who used to order Chinese food every day called the restaurant. Mac picked up the phone. The woman complained, "I ordered an hour ago. Why hasn't it arrived yet?" Mac replied in a Chinese accent, "Yes, the food is about to arrive." Inside the bank, the police and security guards saw that the cameras and motion sensors were not working. One of them told the other guard to count all the boxes as soon as possible. Otherwise, something could go wrong. The security guard started calling the counterman in the cafeteria. Donnie was hiding under a table in the counting room at this time. He was putting those dollar notes, which were about to be shredded in the machine, into a black zipper bag. After that, he threw those bags into the garbage bin. The security guard came back to the counting room with 2 countermen. Ray gave Donnie the signal to run away. He removed the cover of an air vent. Donnie told Ray on the radio that he was in the vent, and Ray gave Bosco the signal to turn on the lights. As soon as the lights were turned on, everyone started doing their work again. Donnie went through the vent and out of the bathroom ventilator shaft. He used the same access card to move around the building that a bank employee had left at the bar. Donnie delivered the food to the woman and then left the building. On the other hand, some of Donnie's friends were collecting garbage from the bank. Both of them were sent in 2 different trucks under the same company's name. All this was planned. Both trucks stopped at a crossroads, and the drivers signaled each other by nodding. Alexei collected the garbage from his vehicle at the bank. Meanwhile, Ray and Anson came out of the bank with their security truck. Bosco was following a garbage truck, and he told Ray his location. Soon, Ray reached the garbage truck and stopped it from the front. Bosco stopped the truck from the back. Bosco ran towards the driver, showed him a gun, and ordered him to get out. Bosco sat in the truck and drove it away, while the rest of the gang started following him. On the other hand, Nick was searching for Ray and his gang all over the city. Then he saw Donnie on the road and stopped his car. Mac saw from a distance that the policeman made Donnie sit in their truck. Donnie gave up and finally told them the location. Ray and his gang were at the dump site at that time. Mac called Ray to tell him that Donnie had been caught and asked what to do next. But Ray didn't answer and disconnected the phone. He told Anson that Donnie and Mac had been caught and both of them left in the car. Nick caught a glimpse of Ray's car and started following him onto the traffic-filled highway. He informed Detective Murph and Baracho about the location on the radio. Ray saw in the mirror that Nick's car was behind about 20 cars. Gus handcuffed Donnie to the car and then left with Nick and Tony. Murph and Baracho also arrived there. Ray, Anson, and Bosco began getting out of their truck. As the policemen were approaching, Ray started firing bullets. One policeman was shot and died on the spot. Now the police also started retaliating. Suddenly, the silence broke and bullets began to rain everywhere. Bullets were tearing through the vehicles from both sides. Moscow got shot in the neck, after which Ray retaliated and shot a policeman in the knee. Ray and Anson started running on the road, and Nick was right behind them. Along with Nick, the policeman shot Anson with a perfect aim. Ray ran and entered an alley, and Nick followed closely. Nick shot at Ray, badly injuring him. Ray tried to reload his gun somehow. With great difficulty, he reloaded it and stood on his feet. He started moving toward Nick, firing bullets at him. Nick reloaded his gun and shot Ray in the chest. Ray fell down and crawled behind a car, but still managed to stand up again. He pointed his empty gun at Nick. Nick reluctantly shot Ray to save himself. Little did he know that Ray had no bullets left. When Nick went back to his car, Donnie had already fled from there. Nick and Gus took out black bags from Ray's car and brought them to the hospital. Nick saw that they contained pieces of notes, not whole ones. He then went to the bar where Donnie used to work and asked for his address. The owner told him that Donnie had left the job 2 days ago. Nick was sitting in the bar when 2 bank employees came in with bank access cards hanging around their necks. He looked carefully at the picture of the football team on the wall, where Donnie was sitting with some of his friends. As soon as Nick came out of the bar, he saw the bank across the street. He understood that the mastermind behind the whole game was Donnie himself. Finally, we saw that Donnie was working as a bartender in a bar in London. His friends, who had played the whole game by posing as garbage collectors, were also sitting with him. Tony had already made a plan to deceive Ray and his gang. That's why his friends were driving 2 garbage trucks that looked exactly the same. One contained crushed notes, and the other had real $100 notes, worth $30 million. It turned out that Donnie had taken the money from the bags, stuffed it inside tires, and sent it to Panama. And now he was planning another robbery in London. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.